Hi everybody. I'm just getting really excited now about these SHINEON heart products that you can customize and put on your Shopify store. You can sell them on Etsy or you can sell them in your SHINEON store. I've been playing around with lots of different designs for these. Please forgive the patched up wall in the background here. We're in the process of doing a little bit of renovations here, so it's going to be like that for a few days yet. So what I have here is a design that I created. I did this in Photoshop. I'm going to show you how to set it up in Teeinblue so that the customer can personalize it with a name of the recipient and a name from the giver. So what we have here, we have several different layers. I'm just going to go into the actual Photoshop file and show you. Where is it? That's not it. The day we met design file. Here we go. I'm just going to zoom that in a little bit here. So the layers that I have included in this are the heart outline, which I created myself. Anybody would like me to do a video showing how you can do a outline file using different elements, I'd be happy to do that. Just leave a comment in the comments down below. So I have the outline. I have a decoration. I downloaded that off VectEasy. I went in and I typed in couples silhouette, and I got a big bunch of different silhouettes. So that's the one that I picked out for this design. Okay, so I have set up several text layers here. So I have greeting, and I'm just going to show you which ones they are by turning the visibility on and off on it. So greeting, where it says to my beautiful. Greeting to is where it says wife. And greeting name, where it says Elaine. Okay, so all these lines are editable in this Photoshop file. And they will be as well when you import the Photoshop file into Teeinblue. You can set it up for customization. Okay, so there's two different text parts here. I went on to ChatGPT and I got a little bit of a verse here to put on this. So it says, the day we met was the beginning of a beautiful journey filled with joy, love and joy. From that moment I knew my life was forever changed for the better. So these are also editable in Photoshop. If you import it into Teeinblue, you can duplicate them and make them editable for your customer, or you can just have the greetings customizable. Okay, so the next part, text part 2 is the second paragraph there. Excuse me. Signature. So if you turn the visibility off on that, it says where it says you're adoring. So you can change that to your loving. And signature 2 is where it says husband. So you can change that as well. You can change it to boyfriend. And the signature name, of course, is editable as well. So that's the PSD file. What I want to show you today is how to upload this into Teeinblue and on your Shopify store and set it up as a product that the customer can personalize themselves. Because that's really what my main part of my business is now. I set up personalized products and the customer can go on, change them however they like, put in whatever they want, and order the product. So it really works for me, and people really, really enjoy the personalized products. So without any further ado, I'm going to go into my Shopify store here. Just bear with me now. I dragged that over. So this is the product page. I sell this design file, so that's available in the links below. You can go to download this. You get the generic version. It's a PSD file. A PNG file, which you can just directly upload to SHINEON. There's also this mock-up available, and there's also the customizable Photoshop file as well. So I'm going to go into my apps here. I want to go into Teeinblue. I've already done a couple videos showing you how to set up this acrylic heart in your Teeinblue shop with the markup and whatnot. So I have it already here. I have the product base already set up, and it's let's see, acrylic heart. I have it already set up. I imported it. I went into SHINEON and imported this product directly. Okay, so once you have that done, you can go straight to your artwork. So I'm going to go into artwork. This is, I already have this set up, but I'm going to do another one. I'm going to say new artwork, start from scratch, so you can just see how it's done. So the name of this is The Day We Met. Category is acrylic displays. If you don't have the category in there already, you can just click new category and just go in and click in here. Acrylic displays or acrylic hearts or SHINEON products or whatever you want your category to be. And once you hit create, then it'll show up in your list. So we need to set up the print area. I think it's 2971. I'm not quite sure. But because I have it set up in my products, I just click import product size. And then I go to the product that I want, which is the acrylic black. Not the acrylic black VN, that's from a different provider. I haven't played around with that much. Just acrylic heart. That's the one I have set up. So the print area size is 2941 pixels square. So I'm just going to hit select on that. And I'm going to hit save. And that's going to give me the proper print area. So right up here in the left hand side here, it says The Day We Met. And it tells you the dimensions of your print area. So, because I have this set up as a PSD file, I can upload that directly. Anything that's customizable won't be customizable. It will show up as a layer, but if you want it customizable, you have to go in and do it yourself. So I'm just going to click on PSD file, and I'm going to upload that PSD file. I also have these files that I have for sale on my Shopify store. I have them available for my patrons on my Patreon page as well, and the link is down below. So I'm just going to go into, where are we? My drive. I got all kinds of stuff here. So in the folder called The Day We Met, I have this editable PSD file. I'm just going to double click on that, and now it's going to upload. And it'll upload all the layers individually. Okay, so if I wanted to just go with that, I could just hit save, go in and set up my campaign. But people that are not named Elaine and Keith probably won't buy your product. So, greeting. If you want greeting to be editable, you have to click on the layer. You have to click on the edit pencil. You have to go in. Actually, you're not going to be able to update that like that. You're going to have to create a new text layer. Sorry, I'm just having a little bit of a brain fart here. So all these are uploaded, but they're all image files. So the heart outline, just click that off. It shows you here. Decoration. So all these are not editable. So if I want to just keep this to say my beautiful wife, that is greeting 1 and greeting 2, I think. So I can just leave those as is. But greeting name, I want to make that customizable. I want the husband that's buying this for his wife to be able to go into my Shopify store and type in his wife's name on this. So what I have to do here, I'm going to leave this here for placement value, and when we're done, I'll delete it. So I have to create a new text layer. So it creates this little bitty text layer here. So I'm just going to drag that up here so you can see it. So what I need to do with this text layer is I need to set a size and a font. So I've uploaded the font that I used. I used a font called Auckland Hills, and it's in the custom fonts and font family, Auckland Hills. Okay. Now I need to put this here for size. I'm just going to click on my up arrow button on my font size now, and I'm just going to keep it there until it gets approximately the size that I want. Okay, I think that will probably be good. That's maybe a little bit too big. So I'll just scale it back down. I'd say like a 225 should be good. Okay, so we have this set up now. I'm going to turn off the greeting name. I'm just going to turn the visibility off on it. I'm not going to get rid of it altogether. So, oops, I didn't mean to do that. So I just hit Control-Z and put it back where it was. So this text layer, I'm just going to double click and I'm going to rename that text layer now to greeting name. Okay. So to make that customizable, I'm just going to click on it. I'm going to go into my pencil icon and I'm going to just put in the word name. So that's what's going to show up on your Shopify page. It's going to say name, but we haven't assigned any customization to it yet. So next thing we need to do, we need to turn this on. This is auto scale when text is too long. So if somebody has a name that's 15 characters long, it's not all going to fit on here at this size. So what it needs to do, you need to tell it how big of a box that's available for this particular field. And it tells it that when it gets as big as that box, if they keep adding characters, you need to make the text a little bit smaller so that it doesn't overrun the boundary that you've set up for it. So we're going to turn that on. So right now, I'd say this is set at, let's see, 1,000 maybe? Yeah, set at 1,000. So the left boundary for this name here is right here, and the right boundary is right here. This is no good. This is aligned as center, so if somebody types in the word Margaret, the M is going to be over here overlapping with the wife. Okay, so let's just click on that, and we will set that to a left align. So right here is your alignment, horizontal align, and we'll click on left align. And now we'll drag it over so that no matter how long this text is, it's going to start in this position right here. And you see that this is way too big. So 1,000 is no good. We need to try something a little bit smaller to make this right hand boundary inside of those hearts. So let's say 750. 750 is not enough. We want it to come over to about right here. So let's try 850. Yep, 850 looks good to me. So that's good for about 9 characters, probably 8 characters. Most names are under 8 characters. I'm just going to go down here now and I'm going to click on personalization setting. So we want to click here where it says enable personalization, option title. And by option title, it means what's going to show up here. And that's going to be on your customer's product page. So that whatever you type in here, it's going to show up here, and that's what the customer is going to see. So option title is greeting name. And in our placeholder text, which is the gray text that holds up, shows up in the text box, we're going to call that greeting name as well. Okay, greeting name. Now we want to set a maximum character limit here because we don't want them to be able to type in a whole bunch of stuff and have little tiny text. That won't be any good. Okay, so mark this option as required, yes. Show customization data on checkout, yes. Let's put in a 12 character limit. I think 12 characters should be good. 12 characters. So if they type in any more than 12 characters, it's not going to come up there. Right up here on this field, you see that it's kind of grayed out. Right over on the right hand side of that, it says 0 to 12. Okay, so that tells the customer how many characters is available to them and how many characters that they've entered. So this is set up now. This is good to go. If I publish this right now, the buyer would be able to go in and type in greeting name and whatever name they put in here. It's good to go. And so you can do that with any of these fields. You can have it so that instead of wife, it says girlfriend, mother, to my beautiful mother. You can actually get different clip art, like a child and a mother. You can set it up so that you can personalize this text. I'm just going to, let's see, text part 1. Let's, if you wanted to do that, you would have to add a paragraph. So to add a paragraph, you just click your plus button here and you can click paragraph. So now you can set up your text however big you want this paragraph to be. So you can just drag it around. If you press on this little up arrow, it makes the text incrementally bigger. Once you get up to a certain size and it's inside the boundaries of this box, it won't get any bigger. But if you drag the box out, you can see that the text is getting bigger. So if I had that dragged right out here, you can just click up and it'll keep making the text bigger and bigger and bigger. But we're not personalizing this text on this particular design. I'm just going to delete that. I don't want to do that. The only things I want to have, let's get rid of that. The only things I want to have personalizable on this particular design for my Shopify store is the wife's name and the husband's name. Okay? So now I'm going to do the same thing with this as I did with this. So I grayed out the greeting name and I'm going to gray out the signature name. But right now I just want to get the greeting name that I've set up here, and I'm going to make a duplicate. Okay, so I have a copy of that. So I'm just going to change the name of that. Whoops. I'm going to change the name of that from greeting name to signature name. Greeting name, signature name. Okay. So it's still in the same place. I'm just going to drag it down. It's a little bit big. This one, where it says husband, I'm going to move this over a tiny bit, and I'm going to make it a little bit smaller. So you can scale your images that come in as layers with your Photoshop file. So if you want to make this a little bit bigger, a little bit smaller, sorry, you can certainly do that. If you want to put these all onto one line, you can do that as well. Your adoring husband, that looks pretty cute too. So it's totally up to yourself what you do with this file. So if you want to become a patron on my Patreon page, starts at $5 a month, and you can just go on every time I do a new video. I'm going to be uploading files, and if you want to follow along that way, by all means. So this is the name that came with the file that's not editable. I'm just going to turn the visibility off on that. Now, this one, because I copied it from a layer that's set up for customization, there's already customization set up on it. So in signature name, right here, I got 2 customizable fields. So I got to go in and edit this. And I'm also going to make this font a little bit smaller. I'm just going to drag that down. Okay, I think that's good. Now this one I can center it because it doesn't need to align with any other text horizontally. So I'm just going to click on that, and I'm going to go in here under horizontal align and click the middle one, which is center align. So wherever you place this, it's going to align to the center. So you get a little pink line here going down, and that shows that it's aligned with the other text. Okay, so now I'm going to go in here and under signature name and click edit. So I got an 850 pixel span that name can take up. I'm going to up that a little bit because we got lots of space here. So let's set that at 1,000. So, ooh, that's way too big. 10,000. 10,001. Okay, 1,000. So you can see the little blue lines here. That's as big as that text can go. Alright, so under personalization settings, the option title is going to be signature name. Signature, whoops, S-I-G-N-A-T-U-R-E, name. Okay. Okay, signature name. And in placeholder text, I'm going to call that greeting name. Same as the heading. Greeting name. Signature name. Signature name. Alright. Okay. So from my perspective now, as far as I'm concerned, this is ready to be published. I can put this on a product now, and within 2 minutes this will be a purchasable product on my Shopify store that the customer can go in and update these names and make it their own. Okay, so I'm just going to click on save. I'm going to save that artwork. Now I'm going to set up my campaign. Normally it doesn't take this long to save. Okay, it's saved. And this little thumbnail here will take a minute to update, so I don't need to wait for that. I'm going to go into campaign. Okay, I already have a campaign set up here. I'm going to set up a new campaign. Campaign title, The Day We Met. So I already got this design set up on my Etsy shop. It's not customizable because Etsy doesn't have the capability to allow the customer to type in what they want. You can put personalization fields in your Etsy shop and they can type in what they want for the husband's, wife, and any of the text or whatever customization they want on it. But then you have to manually go do it and then upload the product to Shopify and place the order manually. If you have it set up as a generic file that's not personalized, you can have it so that it doesn't customize it. It uploads the file, processes the order automatically on Etsy. In Shopify, when they hit the customization, it's all done for you. All you have to do is just send the order from your Teeinblue app right to Shopify, make sure it's paid for, and within a couple days it'll be on the way to the customer, and then within another couple days the customer will have their product. That's why I love Shopify so much more than Etsy. There's a 3-day free trial that you can use Shopify to just get in there and figure it out. I'm waiting on a link for Teeinblue as well. That way you can go in there and you can get a free trial for that as well and set up some products, play around with it, and try to get comfortable with it. Really, really, really is well worth, when you do have to pay a fee for these products, it's well worth it if you have a good following on your social media. People will eat this stuff up. Okay, so The Day We Met is the name of the campaign. I'm just going to call it The Day We Met Acrylic Heart. Okay, so hit save. Okay, so what we got here now is a blank product called The Day We Met Acrylic Heart. There's no information put in here yet. So I'm going to click on Available Products, and that's our product base. So this is the one, it's the Acrylic Heart by SHINEON. So you click on that one. Okay, so this is the standard mock-up that comes with it. So you select your artwork. I'm going to choose this. And there you have it. There's your product. Now if you didn't want any other mock-ups, you can just publish this just like it is. And you see here it says signature name and greeting name. Let's make up some names. Let's call it Mary. Oops. Oh no, that's signature name. That's not the husband. Marvin. Okay. What's a longer name? Alexander. Alexander. Okay, for a greeting name, we type in Margaret. Okay, Margaret fits there. That is 8 characters. I set it up so that it can take 12 characters. So let's give Margaret some extra letters here. Margaret Ann. Okay, so her name is pretty long, so it makes it a little bit smaller. It does fit in there. It's not ideal, but there's only so much space there. I could have made this stuff a little bit smaller, but I kind of like the larger text. So if you got something shorter like Diane, it fits in there perfectly. So to my beautiful wife Diane, that's the greeting name. The signature name, I got these upside down. I should have had the greeting name on the top and the signature name on the bottom. I'll show you how to fix that in the artwork now. Just one sec. Signature name, Randy. There you go. So that's how you set up the acrylic heart in this design for personalization. So let's go back into our artwork. And this is the one that we're on here. So we'll hit edit. So to reorder these fields, we want the greeting name on the top and the signature name below it. So you just hit reorder and you can just drag greeting name up over that. Now that you hit save. Okay, so now you go back into your campaign that you just created. And it's called The Day We Met Acrylic Heart. Now you have the greeting name and then the signature name is beneath it. Okay. So be sure to check out the links there now. If you want to purchase this product, again, the link is on my Shopify site. I have it priced at $12 Canadian, which I'm not really sure what that is American, roughly around $8. And that gets you the PSD file, the mock-up. Oh, one more thing I was going to show you. I'm going to upload the mock-up that I use. Upload. This is a mock-up that I created. The mock-up that's included with the file is for the flat file, the one that's not editable. So I'm just going to show you what that looks like. I've also created an editable one that I use myself, and I'm just going to quickly show you how to set that up. If you find any of this information helpful, I'd really love it if you would subscribe to my page. I'm getting a lot better at this live thing and a lot better at making videos. I'm a little bit shy most of the time, but I really love what I'm doing. So when you love what you're doing and you want to share it with other people, it kind of makes a difference. So this is the other mock-up. This is the one that I created from scratch. So this is the generic file. Uh-oh. I think the mailman just came around. Okay. So this is the generic mock-up that you can use, put on your Shopify listings. Sorry about my dog. It's actually not my dog. My dog is at my house. I'm at my daughter's house now, watching her dog for her. Okay, so I'm not going to save this. I'm going to cancel that because that's not the one that I want. I'm going to upload the actual editable mock-up that I have from a store. Upload. Let's see. Resources. Okay, so I got several versions of this and I need to layer them so that they come out looking right. So I got the Printway. Printway is the other print provider. I call it Printway, but it's for SHINEON. I'm just going to upload that. Sometimes setting up these mock-ups is a little bit tricky. So it's uploading that now, and I got to layer it with the design and a little bit of an overlay. It's taking its time. It's a fairly big file, I guess. Okay, so right now you'd never know there was anything to do with a heart there. It has a little bit of a shadow here. So I'm going to add the print. I'm going to add, let's see, I'm going to add another image on top of that. So we're layering up our mock-up here so that it looks as realistic as possible. So next thing I upload is the shadow. Printway shadow. So we're going to have 4 layers. We're going to have this base image, and then we're going to have the shadow image. Then I'm going to have my print area, and then I'm going to have an overlay that'll give the print area the perfect shape. Takes quite a while for these to upload. They're fairly slow to upload. But I have not very good internet here either, so. Okay. So that's the shadow. That's going to sit underneath. So I can turn the opacity up or down on that depending on how it looks best on my product. Okay. So I'm just going to leave it right up for now, and then I'm going to add my print area. And right up here it says preview artwork. So you can click on preview artwork and it'll show you the actual design. So you're saying to yourself, that's not the right shape. Well, it's the right shape for them to print my product and make it, but it's not the right shape to position on this mock-up. So before I get started with this, I'm going to upload the final layer, and then I'll reposition this by adding a perspective to it. And that lets me skew the design so that it fits properly on this mock-up. So the next thing I need to do is add image. This base number 3 is my final layer that I need to upload. This might be very confusing to some people. Let me tell you, it was very confusing to me when I started doing this, working with Teeinblue several years ago. I was doing ornaments and I was trying to get the mockups done, and oh, I felt like giving this up so many times, but I'm so glad I didn't, because ornaments is my biggest seller. During the Christmas season I sell enormous amount, like thousands and thousands. Okay, so I have the final layer uploaded here. I'm just going to click on the visibility button so you can see which layer I'm talking about here. So turn it off, turn it back on. Okay, so what I need to do now is I need to modify this print area so that it fits naturally within this and it's realistic looking. So the print area is this one that says front 2941, 2941. So I'm just going to stretch that out a little bit. Okay, so that's about the right size. Okay, so next thing we need to do now is enable perspective on this. So there's a button here that says enable perspective. If you click on that, you hit edit perspective, and now you got 4 little corners for this artwork. So you just got to drag your corners around now until you get it fitting where it looks good to you. Okay, so that one kind of looks good there. Needs to come up a little bit on this bottom back corner. It needs to come up a little bit here and go in a tiny bit. And this corner needs to come down a little bit because you don't want anything going over the edge here. You want it to look like the product is going to look when it's actually created. So these hearts go pretty close to the edge on the actual artwork. So yeah, it's a little bit tricky to get the shape, because every time you move a corner it changes the shape of the product, of the artwork. Okay, so I think that's good. So what it does, it makes the stuff that's closest to you look bigger, and the stuff that's farther away look like it's farther away from you. Okay, hi there little fella. Okay, so I'm going to hit save on that now. And there's our mock-up. So now when I publish this, the customer is going to be able to update these fields here on this mock-up, and it's going to look realistic. The skewing and stuff of the design is going to stay. So I'm just going to publish this now. I'm just going to hit launch. Okay, so that's live on my Shopify store right now. So if I just go into my Shopify store and go into products, I'm going to click this sort button here with the up and down arrows. I'm going to click create it, and I'm going to click newest first. Okay, so the day we met, acrylic heart, which is what I just did and what I just published. Okay. So right here in publishing, I don't have this set up automatically for all the sales channels, so I usually just click manage sales channels and go in and check them all off. I don't know why I don't have that set up. I used to have it set up, and that just gives me the ability to add these products on my Facebook account, on my shop page and stuff like that. So click done. Alright, and we're just going to scan down through and make sure that everything is showing up properly. Yep. Okay. So this is where you'd go in and change your price. If this price varies from your standard price that you have set up as your default product in your Teeinblue, you can change it here without affecting the base price for the actual product import. Shows you some search engine listings here. Meta fields. You can add stay. We're just going to hit save on that. Okay. Before I move on to show you the actual product, I'm going to put this in a collection. Now the collection that I'm going to put it in, I need to reorganize my menu on this page because I have things all over the place. I've been concentrating more on creating designs than I have in keeping my storefront organized, which is a mistake on my part because I know people go on there and they can't find some things. tags is huge. You need to add as many tags as you can. Personalized gifts. So this is the collection that I'm going to have it added to. And that's linked to an item on my menu. So when I click on personalized gifts, anything that I set as a member of this collection will show up there. Okay, so for tags, heart, wife, wife, husband, heart didn't go in there. Heart, gift, acrylic, okay, that's just some tags. I'll go on later and reorganize those tags and add some more to it. I find it very helpful to go on to ChatGPT and describe my product and ask them to generate some tags for me. That usually works pretty good. So I'm going to hit save now, and now this product, if you wanted to go on and purchase this product from me, it's there to do. I know you probably want to do your own, but so now I'm going to hit view for this product, and it's going to show me the actual product page that the customer will see. Okay. Okay, let's type in a name here. Greeting name, Helen. Michael. Okay, so that shows you how it's going to look with these names on it. I don't know about you, but I find this stuff totally fascinating. I love it. I love setting this up, and I love selling these products and having it so that the customer can customize them. If I wanted to, I could go on and I could, let's see if I still got this artwork here that I downloaded. Yeah, so this is one I downloaded. It's a vector file. It's in Adobe Illustrator. But each of these little icons here are individual. So if I click here, here, here. So if I took these into a separate file individually and exported them to PNG files, I could set it up so that the customer could choose between these silhouettes. That might be a plan for another video. So I will be probably showing you that later on. So let's see. So this is our product. If they wanted to purchase this now, they just go preview and have a look at their product. Add to cart, check out. Then I'll go into my Teeinblue account, and there'll be a place there that I can just push that over to Shopify, SHINEON, sorry. And my credit card will be charged, and they will print this product and ship it to the customer. These are 4.9 by 4.9 inches in size. Let's see, what other information can we get about these products? Not sure if any of you do shine-on jewelry, but I like that as well. So this is the product page for the acrylic heart. So you can upload a JPEG or a PNG. In the case of Teeinblue, you don't have to upload anything. 2941, 2941, that's the pixel size. And it has to be under 5 megabytes when you upload your image. Okay. So in here you can customize some of this text. Make sure you take this out. That's if you're publishing this to Etsy. I've already published one to Etsy. So acrylic heart base cost is $16 American. The recommended price is $39.95. The shipping for this, let's see, where will we find that? I think it's under help. That's where I usually find it when I'm looking for it. Just to let you know how much it costs to ship these things in your area. Let's see, I'm just going to type in shipping. Shipping time scales and information. Okay, so here's your information about shipping. We ship most products within 1 to 4 business days. After that, items typically arrive to customers within 2 to 5 business days in the United States. Priority is 1 to 2 days. In Canada, it's 5 to 10 business days. It takes a long time to get here, which is unfortunate. I'm probably going to just start marketing to the US. It's a lot easier. Australia, 8 to 20 business days, yeah, because I got to go right from Florida, I believe it is. And the rest of the world, 5 to 20 business days. So you can sell this stuff anywhere. All times above can fluctuate occasionally for various reasons, including larger volumes of packages. Like Christmas time, it's a good idea to set your cutoff if you're doing this outside of the US fairly early, because I actually had people that didn't get their products in time. Not necessarily SHINEON, but some t-shirts and stuff that I had done through another print-on-demand company. And it's very disappointing when they don't get their stuff in time. Okay. So the shipping rates in the US, you add on $5.37 to your product price. Priority is $10.95. In Canada, $7.95. So you remember that if you're in Canada, that's $7.95 American. So plus $3.95 per extra item. So $7.95 American. Let's see. Let's go back to our product. $7.95, and the price they got there is $39.95. So $7.95 on top of $16 is $23.95. So that's American prices. So if I was to translate that to Canadian, what did I say? $23.95. Quickest way to do that here is just go into your Google. $23.95 USD to CAD, and that's today's price, and that fluctuates, so don't forget that either. So that's $31.49 Canadian. So if I'm charging $49.99 for that, I'm making a little over $18. There's a little fee that Shopify charges, so take off another $2 off of that. So if I sell these, I make $16 off them. It's automated. I don't have to touch it once it's set up. So it's really a pretty sweet deal. I love it. I sound like a broken record, but I do. I really, really love it. All right. So that's about it for this video. Any questions, please leave them in the comments, and I will do my best to get back to you. I would love to have some feedback, and I'd love to know where anybody's watching from or what kind of business you're in. And if it helped you any, please subscribe to my channel, and I'll be putting out lots more videos. I'm pretty awkward yet on videos, but I'm trying to get better, and I hope you'll bear with me and follow along with me. Have a great day.